Going the distance with local sports. Covering the Loretto Mustangs, Summertown Eagles, and Lawrence County Wildcats. Basketball, football, baseball, and more. This is the X Sports Network.
We are back here at the Ralph. It's now time for the boys as Lawrence County will take on Athens here in the back half of this girls-boys doubleheader. AJ Good back here on the X Sports Network bringing you tonight's action. Taking a look at both sides, Lawrence County comes in at a perfect 6-0 on the season, coming off a big rivalry win on Tuesday against Giles County that they won 80-40. On the other side, Athens also comes in perfect at 7-0 on the season. Their head coach is Danny Anderson. These two met up in Athens in their beautiful brand new facility last year. Lawrence County won that one at the buzzer as Luke Boswell banked in a turnaround hook shot as time expired. The Wildcats won that one 63-61. This will be quite the test here for Lawrence County tonight. Athens, who is much improved from a season ago, has a very good head coach in Danny Anderson. This is going to be a tough stretch of games here for the Wildcats. Having this one, they got a pair of rivalry games at Loretto on Tuesday, here against Summertown on Friday. Then they got their Christmas tournament on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. So that's going to be quite the test there for the Wildcats. Taking a look at the starting lineups, Lawrence County will be going with Ja'Cabry Stevenson, Alex Bedford, TJ Gobble, Logan Boswell, and Luke Maddox. And we're still waiting on the starting lineup on the other side here for the Golden Eagles of Athens. The Lady Cats took care of business in the previous game, winning that one 59-41. Katie Criswell had 21 in that game, Amy Clark with 14, and J.C. Scott with 10. So Lawrence County trying to complete another sweep here, trying to stay perfect against teams from the state of Alabama. So we're introducing here the starting lineups here for both sides. Now taking a look here at Athens will be Andrew Boggs. Looks like you got Sam Boyles, Brogan Gross, can't really see the other ones here so far. London Townsend and Amon Irving will be the starting five there for the Eagles. So it'll be Boggs, Boyles, Gross, Townsend, and Irving on the other side for Lawrence County. Stevenson, Bedford, Gobble, Boswell, and Maddox. Like to send out our thoughts, prayers, and well wishes for Kate Schultz, who's watching the game tonight. Let him know that we are thinking about him and hoping for a great recovery. Know he's watching tonight from his hospital there in Huntsville. And he knows that everyone here at the X Sports Network is thinking and praying for him, so is everyone here in Lawrence County. As of late, Lawrence County has gotten some great contributions from Logan Boswell, Ja'Cabry Stevenson, TJ Gobble, playing out of his mind, as well as been Alex Bedford as of late. And lately, Blake Long has come off the bench with some really good contributions. He has 3 straight games into double figures. Gobble trying to regain what he did against Giles County when he went off for 28 in that game. And Luke Maddox, hopefully that they supplied him the right PB&Js. We did find out that the juice situation has not been resolved. So hopefully everyone, Lawrence County food, the cafeteria workers, and Michael Atkins, if you're listening, Luke Maddox wants his juice. He does not want pineapple chunks and cranberries at the cafeteria. That's a lot for his mom to pay for. That's on her tab, and it's not getting resolved. As I believe that's the 5th time I've made Ben Louie crack up at this point. So hopefully we get that situation resolved here as we're getting ready here to tip things off here between the Golden Eagles and the Wildcats. Everyone's ready. Whistle blows. It's time for Wildcat basketball here on the X Sports Network. Bedford wins the tip, sends it out to Luke Maddox, and Maddox will cross the timeline. Max over to Gobble beyond the three-point line. Now to Boswell straight away. Over to Bedford as they face the man-to-man. Now to Stevenson straight away. Maddox with it at the wing. Throws it down low to Gobble. Gobble left hand off the glass, no good. Rebound, Luke Maddox, high off the glass, no good. And that one's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Jacabry Stevenson. And that will go to Athens. Good fight on both sides. Pressman on here by the Wildcats. Boyles takes it out of bounds and eventually gets it into Townsend. Townsend back out to Boyles, and they'll send it over to Gross. Gross here will walk it across the timeline. It was a great game between the two a year ago. Gross here, guarded by Max in the man-to-man, picks up his dribble. Now out to Townsend. Townsend drives. That's stolen away by Stevenson. Now coming the other way, Stevenson loses it, but Bedford regains control. Bedford out to Maddox. He'll try an NBA range three. Off the front iron, no good. Rebound. And Townsend's going to fall. We're going to get a late, actually it was Irving, we're going to get a late foul call against Gobble. Which if he wouldn't have fallen down, which it's kind of hard to regain your balance there, Gobble wouldn't have picked up the foul. So he picks up his first one on either side. Press put on here as Gross has it. Gross now walking across the timeline, minute into the game. Gets it over to Townsend. Townsend now throws it in the Boyles. Give and go. Nice, beautiful pass to Irving down low. Rattles that one in. First points for either side. Athens leads it 2-0. Max coming the other way. Hands over to Stevenson. Stevenson over to Bedford. Bedford now hands back out to Boswell. Sends over to Stevenson. He fakes a three. He'll drive. Goes up with it. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Knocked out of bounds. Will stay with Lawrence County. No subs from either side here. 6:33 left in the first. 2-0 the Athens lead. Bedford takes it out of bounds, throws it in the Maddox. Maddox drives the baseline, kicks out to Boswell. He'll try deep three. Rattles out, no good. Rebound, Townsend. Townsend here facing the trap, picks up his dribble, long pass. And that one, and it's going to be going to the hands of Maddox. Maddox coming the other way, got 3-on-1 to Stevenson. Right-handed off the glass, no good. Rebound, Townsend. Townsend lobs it over to Gross. Gross will bring it back the other way. Slowed down for some reason. Now he's going to be trapped. Picks up his dribble. Throws it over to Irving. Irving loses it but drives into the paint. That one's his pass to Boyles is knocked out of bounds. Long will now check in for the Wildcats and checking out T.J. Gobble with the lone foul for either side. 6 minutes left here in the first. Gross takes it out of bounds. Throws it down low to Boyles. Boyles, turnaround jumper in the lane. No good. Good defense by Long. Long comes up with a rebound. Sends it over to Maddox. Maddox now over to Boswell. Gets it across the timeline to Bedford. Tries a deep three. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Luke Maddox. Maddox now down low to Stevenson. He goes up, gets it to go. We're tied up here at 2. About 2.5 minutes here into the game. Gross will bring it across the timeline. Comes ahead with speed. Now the Boyles back to Gross in the corner. Gross will drive the baseline, floater up. No good. Rebound, Boswell. Boswell now dribbles out of traffic. Long pass to Stevenson's off of Stevenson's hands and will go over to Athens. First sub of the game for the Golden Eagles will be Nelson Brown. Checking out will be Amon Irving. He has the only points so far for the Eagles. Boyles will take it out of bounds in front of his bench, gets it into Townsend. Townsend guarded here by Maddox. He'll cross the timeline. Lobs it over here to Boggs on the baseline. A shot blocked by Blake Long. Tapped out to Jacabry Stevenson. Great defense from Long. He's already got a pair of blocks. Bedford now over to Long. Fakes. Drives. Loses that one into the hands of Boggs. Boggs dribbles it off his shins. Fight for the ball, and we're going to have a travel. So each side is going to trade turnovers. Athens with 4, Lawrence County with 2. Gobble back into the game. Bedford will check out. Also into the game is Carter Hughes here. And he will check in for Luke Maddox. Game tied at 2, just 3 minutes into the first quarter. Boswell now walks across the timeline, gets over to Gobble beyond the three-point line. He'll drive, tries a runner. Can't get that one to go. Rebound will come out to Brown. Excuse me, that's Gross with it. Gross will cross the timeline. He's being double-teamed, picks up his dribbles, intercepted by Jacabry Stevenson. Stevenson the other way, shot up, gets it to go. Stevenson has all 4 points so far here for the Wildcats as they lead at 4-2. Gross being guarded by Boswell as he gets it across the timeline. Hands over to Townsend, almost intercepted by Stevenson again. Townsend kicks out to Boggs for 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Boyles. Now out to Townsend. His three-pointer, nothing but net. 5-4 is the Athens lead. As Boswell bring it across the timeline, hands over to Stevenson. Stevenson picks up his dribble, throws it over to Blake Hughes in the corner. Could be Blake Long, excuse me, now up to Stevenson. Stevenson now to Boswell. Boswell now out the Long. He'll try a three. Nothing but net. Lawrence County retakes the lead on the first points of the game for Blake Long. They lead at 7-5. Townsend picks up his dribble, gets it to Boyles. Boyles drives, kicks out the Boggs. It's a shot blocked by Long, tipped out of bounds on Lawrence County. Maddox and Bedford will now come back into the game. Checking out will be Boswell and Stevenson. No subs on the other side for the Golden Eagles. 7-5 is a Lawrence County lead. 3:30 left in the first. Maddox hands over to Bedford. Now over to Carter Hughes. Hughes now to Maddox. Dribbles. Throws it down low to Gobble. Gobble in the paint. Nice kick out the Long in the corner for three. Back iron no good. Rebound Townsend. They rush the other way. Coming back the other way. Long tries a block. Can't get it to go. And getting his first points is Connor Bartholomew. 7-7 is the tie game here. Maddox runs into the paint. Can't get that one to go. Townsend now coming the other way. Rushing. Will step back and try a three. Knocks it down. What a shot there by London Townsend. Athens now leans at 10-7. And now the ball gets knocked out of bounds by Townsend. And checking into the game now will be Owen Ricketts. Checking out will be Boggs. Bedford with it. In the corner to Long. He'll try a three. Off the front iron, no good. Rebound Townsend. Townsend now rushing back the other way. Townsend hands over to Gross. He'll try a three. Knocks it down. Gross now. He's got three. Coming back the other way, Hughes. Kicks out the Maddox. Mid-range jumper. Back iron, no good. Rebound Townsend. Shots is not falling for Lawrence County here in the first quarter. Townsend now coming the other way. He rushes. Sends it over to Bartholomew. Over to Gross. Straight away for three. Knocks it down. He's got six. Athens leads by 9. Joe Wilson calls a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take that break with him here on the X Sports Network.
Whether it's popcorn, biscuits, or automotive, you need the right ingredients to achieve the best results. Heritage Automotive is proud to serve our community with a continually growing inventory. We also help our community grow by contributing to a vibrant economy, which helps build schools. I'm Keith Durham, and I'm the General Manager here at Heritage Automotive, and it's my job to make sure that you're 100% satisfied. Heritage Automotive, your hometown Chevy, Buick, and GMC dealer.
This is the X Sports Network.
Back at the Ralph, Athens leading Lawrence County 16-7 with 2:05 remaining in the first quarter. Maddox now over to Stevenson. Stevenson now out to Blake Long. Long now to Bedford. Bedford dribbles. Now to Boswell straight away for three off the back iron. No good. Rebound Blake Long. Now to Stevenson off the glass. That one will roll in. Stevenson has 6 points. It's a 16-9 Athens lead. Runner the other way. It's Bartholomew. No good. Rebound Bedford. Bedford now coming with it the other way. Now Boswell at the corner for three. Back iron, no good. Rebound Bedford. Bedford reverse layup. Can't get that one to go. And this one's going to come the other way. It's Townsend with it. He's off to a hot start. Athens hit 4 3-pointers already. Guarded here by Long. Steps back to Bartholomew. Now it's Townsend. NBA range three. Back iron, no good. Rebound Maddox. Quickly ahead to Stevenson. Stevenson kicks out the Maddox. Townsend goes over him. Dangerous play. Maddox got kicked right in the neck. Obviously not on purpose. Townsend was just playing, trying to go up and block that shot, and unfortunately he just clipped Maddox in the process. Gobble will now check in here for Maddox. Andrew Boggs will check in the game, and Townsend will check out with his first foul. Boswell now over to Bedford. Bedford down low to Gobble. Gobble on the low block. Kicks out the Long. He'll try a corner three. No good. And now offensive rebound, Jacabry Stevenson. And now we're going to get a block call here, I believe, on Bartholomew. So Athens now with 2 fouls. 51 seconds left here in the first. Bedford taking it out of bounds, gets it in the long. Fakes a 3, drives into the paint. And we're going to get a foul call here against Boggs. His first team's third. 50 seconds now left. Pace of the game slowing down a little bit here as Bedford will take it out of bounds. Gets it to Stevenson at the wing. Stevenson steps back now to Long. Long over to Boswell at the other wing. He drives into the paint, kicks out the Long. Fakes the 3, drives, kicks out the Boswell, swings over to Stevenson in the corner. He'll step back for 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Boggs. Gets it over to Bartholomew. Or Berthume. I think that's how you say it, Berthume. Berthume coming the other way. Kicks out here to Ricketts. Ricketts hands over to Gross. Gross now over to Ricketts. Now out to Gross. Gross will drive into the paint. Tries a mid-range jumper. Can't get it to go. Ricketts tips in the hands of Boswell. 10 seconds left. Long in the corner. Picks up his dribble. Now to Bedford. NBA range 3. Knocks it down. His first points, leads down the 4, and that will be the end of the first quarter. Athens leads this one 16-12 after 8 minutes of play. When we return, it'll be time to start the second quarter here on the X Sports Network.
McMaster's Home Gallery, where you'll always get a special price every day. Shop their new showroom full of name-brand furniture, sofas, recliners, dining and bedroom suites, Serta bedding, lots of tables and chairs just to match your decor. McMaster's Home Gallery also has GE appliances. Stop by on Highway 43 in Loretto or call 853-6140.
Employee Resources Credit Union is an easy solution to banking, offering a personal, simple, yet modern way to bank. When you bank with ERCU, you are a shareholder, meaning you own a piece of the pie. And we make it easy with the convenience of digital banking, with service you won't find at another financial institution, including low to zero fees and incredible rates. We have the technology you need with the personal service you deserve, right here in your own neighborhood. Employee Resources Credit Union, not for profit, for service.
This is the X Sports Network.
And back here at the Ralph, Lawrence County trailing Athens in this one 16-12. Just checked into the game, Talion Hall. He'll now get it across the timeline and dribble the other way. Hands over to Ricketts. Ricketts guarded here by Luke Maddox. He'll drive into the paint, kicks out to Berthume. Berthume will now dribble out to the Lawrence County logo. He's guarded here by Maddox in the man-to-man as they set up the play. Gets it over now to Boggs. Boggs now out to Brown. Now they lose the ball. Berthume here being double-teamed at the timeline over to Ricketts at the wing. Ricketts now kicks over to Hall. Hall will drive and gets fouled on the way up. Subs now going to come in for each side after this. Now we'll go against Gobble. He picks up his second. As Townsend will come into the game, he will check in for Ricketts. Boswell and Gobble will check out. Hall with it. Drake Osborne's also into the game now. Townsend, he drives. Nice take. Right-handed off the glass, gets that one to go. Townsend's got 8. It's an 18-12 Golden Eagle lead. Max comes quickly the other way. He'll drive. Runner can't get it to go. Rebound Townsend. Townsend rushing back quickly the other way. Loses that one off of his shins. Should go to Lawrence County. I can see that from here, and he's standing right on top of it. Now checking into the game here for the Golden Eagles as Irving will check back in. And checking out will be Nelson Brown. Berthume takes it out of bounds, looking for somebody. Long pass out the hall, intercepted by Maddox. Max coming the other way. Left-handed layup off the glass and in. His first points Lawrence County cuts the lead to 18-14. Townsend with it the other way. And we're going to get Danny Anderson's going to call a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll take that break with him here on the X Sports Network.
Introducing Cloud9 Fiber to Lawrenceburg. We take great pride in being the only locally owned and operated internet company within Lawrenceburg and Lawrence County. We're now offering up to gigabit services with plans starting at $50 per month. Serve the internet with blazing fast speeds and reliability, all while keeping your investment within Lawrence County. For more information, visit cloud9fiber.com to request for us to build your area next.
And back at the Routh, Athens leads Lawrence County 18-14, 6:40 remaining here in the first half. As Gross now will take it out of bounds. And he'll get this one in to Townsend. With it is that's Boggs. Now Townsend. Townsend will drive. Shot up. No good. Rebound Bedford. Bedford will bring it over to Luke Maddox, and he'll get it across the timeline. Gets out of traffic, throws that one out of bounds, just out of the reach of Blake Long. Just the third turnover against the Wildcats. 6:23 remaining in the half. A very back and forth, up and down, high-pressure game from both sides as Townsend will take it out of bounds, who's been very impressive here for the Golden Eagles so far. Lobs it over to Gross, makes the catch. He's guarded by Maddox. Gross here, guarded tightly, will get it across the timeline. Pushes off from Maddox. Gross with it, the Lawrence County logo. Man-to-man put on by the Wildcats over to Boggs. Boggs now to Irving. Irving straight away. Hands it over to Gross. Gross with it at the top of the key. Steps back over to Townsend. Townsend dribbles. Picks up his dribble. Now over to Gross. Gross here will step back and reset the play. He'll drive and get a foul called against Lawrence County. That will go against Luke Maddox, his first, team's third. As Hughes and Boswell will check in. Checking out is Bedford. I don't know who else is. The pass by Townsend in the corner is good for three. Townsend has been on fire. He's already with 11. It's a 7-point Golden Eagle lead. Boyle's back into the game for the Golden Eagles. Boswell with it. Sends it over to Hughes, now to Long. Long with it straight away. Now to Boswell, over to Maddox. Maddox will drive the baseline, and he's fouled by Townsend. London Townsend will pick up his second, team's fourth. Boswell will take it out of bounds. Team trailing by 7. Long with it on the low block. Goes up. Can't get it to go, but he's fouled. And he'll go to the line to shoot two. That will go against Boggs. That's his second, team's fifth. Now a pair of free throws coming up for Blake Long. It's the first pair of free throws for either side. First shot is in. No subs for either side. 5:25 remaining here in the second. Long takes his time. Next free throw on its way, nothing but net. Long's got 5, and the lead's down to 5 at 21-16. Gross over to Townsend. Townsend's been the star of this game so far. Gets it across the timeline. Townsend with it at the Lawrence County logo over to Boggs. Boggs picks up his dribble, and now over to Gross. He's guarded closely by Maddox. Gross now dribbles, drives, steps back beyond the three-point line, hands back to Townsend. Townsend, who's a threat with the ball no matter where he is. He crosses over, drives to the baseline, gets that one stolen away by Luke Maddox, tries to save it from going out of bounds, fight for the ball, and they say it was dribbled out of bounds by Boswell. That looked like that was dribbled out of bounds by Gross. That will stay with the Golden Eagles. Bedford will check back in, and checking out will be Luke Maddox. Carter Hughes also into the game as well. Townsend will get it across the timeline. He's guarded by Hughes here in the man-to-man. 4:35 remaining in the first half. Gross with it at the wing. Now dribbles to the top of the key. Gross Swings over to Boggs in the corner. He'll try a three. Back iron, no good. Rebound Long. Long going to bring it back the other way for the Wildcats. Now swings it over to Stevenson. Stevenson now to Boswell. Boswell over to Bedford. Bedford picks up his dribble, gets it out to Stevenson. Stevenson dribbles with it at the top of the key over to Long. Fakes a long three. Now brings it down. Will drive to the free throw line. Kicks out to Stevenson. He'll go into the paint. Kicks out to Boswell. Boswell drives. Kicks out the long for three. Back iron, no good. Rebound won by Townsend. Shots not falling beyond the arc for Lawrence County so far in the first half. Townsend with it. He'll step back for three. Rattles out, no good. Rebound Irving. Irving will get fouled by Long. Blake will pick up his first team's fourth as Irving faked a shot and got Long in the air. Ricketts set to check in now for the Golden Eagles, and checking out will be Boggs. 21-16 is the Golden Eagle lead. 3:47 remaining here in the second quarter. Gross to take it out of bounds. And we'll lob it into Ricketts. Ricketts now dribbles to the top of the key. Trying to hand it off to Townsend and can't. Now dribbles to the wing, picks up his dribble, and gets out to Gross at the Lawrence County logo. Gross drives. Euro step gets a shot blocked by Bedford. And will stay with the Golden Eagles. No subs for either side. Taking it out of bounds is Gross. Tries to get into Irvin, intercepted by Boswell. Coming back the other way. Boswell just dribbles by Townsend, who didn't even try to play defense. Rebound by Bedford, can't get that one to go. And now coming the other way with it is Gross. Gross loses that one and throws it out to Ricketts out of bounds, and that will go to Lawrence County. Now 9 turnovers against the Golden Eagles. Checking in now for the Golden Eagles is Brown, and Irving's going to check out. Long will take it out of bounds here for Lawrence County. Throws it in to Boswell. 3:15 remaining in the half. Wildcats trailing by 5. Boswell now over to Stevenson at the wing. Will get a screen from Long. Throws it to Long in the corner. Long will try deep three, and that one's off the front iron, no good. Rebound comes out to Boyles, who gives it to Townsend. Townsend's going to race the other way. He's guarded here by Hughes. Goes into the paint, and we're going to get an offensive travel called against Townsend, so they kind of saved him there. Would have been probably an offensive foul, so it's a turnover either way. Luke Maddox now going to check into the game for the Wildcats, and Stevenson will check out. So after an up and down wild first quarter, shots is not falling for either side here in the second. Maddox will bring it across the timeline here for the Wildcats. Now over to Hughes at the wing. Hughes to Long. Swings over to Boswell at the wing. Boswell now over to Bedford. Bedford has it straight away. Picks up his dribble now to Long in the corner. Long now to Boswell. Boswell dribbles, drives. Mid-range jumper. Can't get that one to go. Townsend knocks it out of bounds. Stay with the Wildcats. Hall will check in for the Golden Eagles, and checking out will be Townsend, who gets a much-needed breather. Boswell to take it out of bounds. And to Carter Hughes in the corner. Now over to Maddox. Maddox now over to Bedford. Bedford will try a deep three. Can't get that one to go. Rebound by Ricketts. Is skied above everybody. Lawrence County cannot hit a shot from beyond the arc. And now we're going to get a block foul here called against Luke Maddox. Luke will pick up his second, team's 5th. Gobble and Stevenson will check back in, and checking out will be Hughes and Maddox. Boyles inbounds in the Ricketts and gets it back out to Gross. Gross here will get it across the timeline. He'll be guarded by Bedford in the man-to-man. Gross drives to his left, kicks out the Hall. Hall at the free throw line, drives, fadeaway runner, no good. Rebound, Blake Long. Long now coming the other way. He's got numbers. Loses control, and we're going to get a travel. 4th turnover against the Wildcats. Minute 54 left here, and we're still sitting at 21-16 Athens. Gross gets it. And his head coach, Dan Henderson, tells him to get up court. Gross crosses the timeline, guarded by Long, hands over to Ricketts. Ricketts, pull-up jumper. No good. Rebound, good job there by Brown. Now fight for the ball. And they're going to, it's kicked around like we're watching the World Cup. Lawrence County comes up with it. Now it's Boswell. Swings over to Stevenson. He'll drive the baseline. He's actually stepped out of bounds. Bedford in the corner for three. Nothing but net. Bedford's got a 6. And Lawrence County cuts the lead to 2 at 21-19. Minute 15 left here in the second. So they break that scoreless streak from either side. Gross, guarded by Bedford, crosses over, drives into the paint. Crazy shot, no good. Rebound coming up for Long. Actually, we say it was a block. Long with it the other way. Drives into the paint. Kicks out the Boswell at the wings. And pass knocked out of bounds by Hall. Drake Osborne set the check in for the Wildcats. And checking out will be TJ Gobble. 55 seconds left here in the opening half. And now Berthum is going to check in here for Gross. Inbound. Now Boswell with it at the logo. Stevenson with it at the wing. Will dribble back out. Gives it to Boswell. Boswell over to Bedford, He'll dribble and drive. Runner in the lane. Up and under. What a take, and he's fouled on the way up. Bedford with some explosiveness, and now will go to the line to shoot 2 as Ricketts will pick up his first foul. It's the team's 6th. So Bedford at the line with the chance to tie it. 41 seconds left here in the opening half. First shot from Bedford and maybe clip the front iron. Bedford takes his time. Next free throw, and he hits 1 of 2. He leads all Wildcats with 7. It's a 1-point Athens lead. Wildcats now 3 of 4 from the line. Hall with it here for Athens. 35 seconds left here in the second. Hall crosses the timeline. He'll dribble and drive. Dishes out. Good take there by Brown. He gets it up in, and he is fouled. So a chance at an and-1 here for Brown. That will go against Stevenson. He'll pick up his first team 6. So Brown here with the chance at the and-1. And for all the times the officials never looked at the scores table, they look back, wave in the invisible man. That's been the night for both the boys and the girls' side. Brown's free throw, back iron no good. And now Ricketts is going to get called for the over and back. Ricketts picks up his second foul. I've got 7. And now Long's going to come to I believe it's going to be, they're going to say it was Osborne that will go the line for the 1-and-1. I thought it was on, but they say it was Osborne. He'll go the line. It's a chance here for his first points. Front end on its way, and nothing but net from Drake Osborne. Back in here from Osborne. Can't get that one to go. And the rebound comes out to Ricketts. 23-21's the Athens lead. Berthum with it here for the Golden Eagles. And he'll send it over to Hall. Hall calling out the play, looking for somebody. Dribbles to his right. Brings it to the top of the key. 15 seconds left. Hall now dribbles to his right. Drives, picks up his dribble. Kicks out the Ricketts. Ricketts under 10 seconds left. Has it at the top of the key. He'll drive. Kicks back out now to Hall. Hall drives, shot at the buzzer, rolls it in, and that's how the first half will end. Athens leads this one 25-21 after 16 minutes of play. When we return, we'll have head girls coach Wendy Scott here for her halftime interview. It's coming up next here on the X Sports Network.
I'm Mike Keith. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the auto owner's policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretto, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
This is the X Sports Network.
And we're joined here at halftime by head girls coach Wendy Scott. Wendy, kind of a rough start for your girls here to start things off, but once you guys kind of got through that halfway point in the first quarter, guys were able to really take over that game.
Yes, we were. We had to make some adjustments offensively of how we were attacking their full court press, and once we got the hang of it, we were able to get some easy baskets and pull them out of it. So I thought after about the first 2 or 3 minutes, I thought it was a really good game. It was a good competitive game and physical game, and we needed that.
You guys forced 17 turnovers, got 16 points off of those turnovers. Again, you guys are so good when you're able to turn them over and get points on the other
We
end.
are. They have fun playing that style, and I thought they did well with our rotations tonight, and we did better on the boards tonight. Our shooting wasn't great, but they know that if we're not shooting great, there's other areas of the game that we can overcome. I feel like our free throws were back on point tonight. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I feel like we shot free throws pretty well. I hadn't looked at it yet.
You guys were 15 of 20 from the line.
Okay.
And you look at it on the other side, you only allowed 8 free throws on their side. So you guys got to the line, they didn't, and you took
Well, I'm
advantage.
glad to know that, because that was one of our focuses for this game, is not putting them in the 1-and-1, because we fouled so many times against Giles County. Just basically got lazy a little bit, was playing with our hands instead of our feet. So I'm glad to know that we did a better job with that this game.
Katie had 21, Emmy had 14, and JC had 10. So it's good. And Emmy got a lot of those at the free throw line. It's good to see Katie come out aggressive and do what
Absolutely.
she did.
The aggressiveness makes all the difference in the world. And I told them, as long as you're aggressive, good things are going to happen. And even though we missed a lot of shots around the basket, I don't care as long as we're being aggressive. And I thought Katie obviously played a great game, and I thought Emmy did an outstanding job and just played so hard and was aggressive on the boards and gave herself extra opportunities and gave our team extra opportunities just from her hustle. And that's something that she's been consistent with all year, is her rebounding. So I thought we had a lot of production from the bench tonight as well. All of our players, that come in, our starters, and, when I mix the lineup up, no matter who came out tonight, I felt like gave us a boost. And we didn't lose any ground when we subbed tonight. And I think that's going to go a long way when it gets down the district stretch.
Big week coming up next week. Rivalry week for you guys. Got Loretta on the road Tuesday and come back here for Summertown on Friday.
Yep, we're looking forward to it. Obviously, it's going to be a challenge. 2 great teams, rivalry games. But we're looking forward to an opportunity just to compete, and that's what we're going to focus on, is competing and being aggressive and doing the things we do no matter who we play.
Head coach Wendy Scott, thank you for stopping by here at halftime, and good luck next week.
Thank you.
All right, coming up next, we'll have the start of the second half of the boys' game here on the X Sports Network.
There you go.
This is the good life.
A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
The Tennessee Valley Weather Center. This is your evening weather update.
We are taking a break in the rainy weather here temporarily through tonight and through the morning hours of your Saturday, but clouds will hang around through the rest of tonight and maybe some patchy dense fog across areas, especially as we head after midnight toward the daybreak hours. Morning lows getting down to the mid to upper 40s over southern middle Tennessee, upper 40s to maybe lower 50s over northern Alabama. Cloudy skies sticking around as we head into our Saturday before rain chances return again for the afternoon and evening. Satellite and radar composite from the afternoon showing that subtropical jet stream overhead and morning rain moving through mainly North Alabama, although we had a few showers in southern middle Tennessee. That shifted off to the south and east now, so we're going to be dry here with nothing upstream for the rest of tonight and most likely the morning hours of our Saturday, but rain does come back by the afternoon. Here's the Futurecast hour-by-hour breakdown. Cloudy skies this evening, dropping out of the 60s into the 50s. And then a few holes in the cloud cover, especially after midnight. That allows us to get down to the mid to upper 40s to near 50 or so for your morning lows as we move in toward the afternoon. Mid to upper 50s by midday. And I think most of us reached the upper 50s to lower 60s for daytime highs, but notice showers knocking on the door again by 2 or 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, and heavier rain moving into the area by 4, 5, or 6. Maybe a few rumbles of thunder here, but notice temperatures into the 50s when that moves in, so we're way too cool and stable for a severe storm threat. No worry about that, but maybe a few rumbles of thunder, some heavier downpours moving in through the evening and overnight, and some steady rain setting up as we head deeper into the evening and overnight here of our Saturday before that shifts out of the way as we head toward daybreak on Sunday, but still some lingering showers into the area, especially the first half of our Sunday here as this frontal system shifts back to the south and low pressure rides along it. Maybe some steadier rain just to our south on Sunday, but I do think showers will end in our local viewing area the first half of the day toward midday or so. And then we're dry for Monday. We take a break in the rain, and much of the daytime hours will likely be dry on Tuesday, although I can't completely rule out a shower. But the storm system off to the west that has thunderstorms west of the Mississippi River early Tuesday evening will be pushing in here after midnight Tuesday night, and especially the morning hours of Wednesday. But the more we look at the system, the good news is we'll have this wedge of cooler air here because of high pressure off of the northeast coast. That's going to drive a wedge of cooler air from Georgia and the Carolinas into north central Alabama and middle Tennessee. That's going to have us cool and stable here Wednesday as the rain and thunderstorms move in. That's going to keep any risk of severe weather with this system well to our south, maybe even south of the Birmingham area. So we're talking about any severe risk well off in the South Alabama, South Mississippi, and the Florida Panhandle. But rain and thunderstorms likely here late Tuesday night into Wednesday. Maybe enough rain for some localized flooding, but not looking at a severe storm or tornado threat in our immediate viewing area across the Tennessee Valley. Upper 50s to lower 60s here through the weekend into Monday for daytime highs. And that really doesn't change as we move Tuesday into Wednesday, either hovering toward the lower 60s there as that weather system moves through toward the middle of next week. Your forecast for tonight, mid to upper 40s, mostly cloudy, maybe some early morning patchy dense fog, winds calm here. We'll head into the lower 60s for most of us, upper 50s, lower 60s, mostly cloudy skies for Saturday. Afternoon rain returns. And then a soaking rain as we head into Saturday night. Light winds out of the east at about 3 to 7. Here's your 7-day forecast from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. A few showers tomorrow afternoon, and the rain and thunderstorms widespread and likely overnight tomorrow night. Transitioning into showers as we move into Sunday, especially the first half of the day. And then a break in the rain for Monday and a large part of Tuesday before rain and thunderstorms move back into the area after midnight Tuesday night and through much of Wednesday, especially the first half of the day. Locally heavy downpours, maybe some localized flooding, but like we talked about, any severe storm or tornado risk with the Wednesday system well off to our...
This is the X Sports Network.
And back here at the Ralph as we get ready to start the second half. Athens leading the Lawrence County boys 25-21. Taking a look at the first half stats, Alex Bedford leads all Wildcats with 7, Ja'Cabry Stevenson with 6, Luke Maddox with 2, Blake Long with 5, and Drake Osborne with 1. On the other side, London Townsend with 11, Rogan Gross with 6, Mon Irving with 2, Carter Berthume with 2, Talion Hall and Nelson Brown with 2 as well. Hustle stat-wise, Lawrence County has forced 12 turnovers, gotten 7 points off of that. Athens has forced 4 turnovers with no points off of that. Offensive rebounds, Lawrence County 6, 4 second chance points. Athens with 2 with just 3 second chance points. Lawrence County 4 of 6 from the line, while Athens is 0 of 1. Really, kind of the difference is Athens 5 3-pointers and Lawrence County's 3. And Lawrence County is winning everywhere except the scoreboard and just haven't been able to get those shots to go. So Lawrence County will start off with the ball here to start the third quarter. Looks like the original starting 5 is in for both sides as Gobble gets it into Luke Maddox, now over to Logan Boswell. Boswell now to Ja'Cabry Stevenson in the corner, now throws it to Gobble. Gobble on the low block, left-handed off the glass, can't get it to go, rebound Townsend. Townsend now coming with it the other way. Will walk it across the timeline, guarded by Luke Maddox. Townsend now hands it over to Gross. Gross. Guarded here by Maddox. It's a matchup, a man-to-man. It's Boggs with it in the corner. Now out to Gross. He'll try an NBA range three and rolls it in. Gross has got 9. The lead's out to 7, 28-21. Quickly the other way. Max to Logan Boswell. Nice pass to Gobble on the low block. Gobble loses control of it and kicks out to Maddox. Maddox now out to Boswell. Now to Bedford straight away. Bedford dribbles, hands off to Stevenson. Stevenson now to Boswell, over to Maddox in the corner, out to Stevenson at the wing. Stevenson now here to Bedford. He'll try an NBA range three. Back iron, no good. Rebound. One here by Luke Maddox. Maddox now to Gobble. Gobble fades away. Can't get that one to go. Rebound Gross. Coming back with it the other way. Nice pass. Boyles on the other end. That one's up and in. His first points, 30-21. Athens leads. Max quickly the other way to Bedford. Across the timeline over to Boswell. Boswell over to Maddox. Maddox drives. Kicks out to Bedford. Bedford with it at the free throw line, out to Stevenson. Stevenson picks up his dribble. Now out to Maddox. He'll try a deep three. Rattles out, no good. Shots just not falling. Rebounds Boggs. Townsend coming with it the other way. Throws it down low to Irving, who loses it out of bounds to Lawrence County. 13 turnovers now against the Golden Eagles. Brown the check into the game as Irving will check out. 6:21 remaining here in the third. Athens leading 30-21. Max will walk it across the timeline here for Lawrence County. Over to Gobble beyond the three-point line. He fakes a three, brings it down. Now to Boswell straight away. Over to Bedford. Bedford drives into the paint. Up and under. Cannot get that one to go. Fight for the rebound. And getting it out. And that one's eventually stolen away. Boswell will try a three. Back iron, no good. And Bedford gets his head taken off, and we get a foul call against Boyles. He'll pick up his first foul on either side. 5:55 remaining in the third. Blake Long now checking into the game. And checking out will be Alex Bedford. Boswell to take it out of bounds. They get it in the long on the low block. Right-handed shot in the lane, up and in. Long has got 7, and the lead's cut down to 30-23. Good set play off the inbounds. Townsend now will bring it the other way for Athens. Throws it over here to Boyles in the corner for 3. Nothing but net. He's got 5, leads out to the largest of the game for either side at 10. Gobble with it the other way to Stevenson. He'll try a 3 off the front iron, no good. Boswell tries to save it and can't. And they said he was out of bounds when he leapt in the air to save it, so that will go to Athens. Boyles inbounds into Gross. Gross here guarded by Maddox. And he'll get it across the timeline and gets it over to Boyles. Boyles back to Gross straight away. Man-to-man put on by the Wildcats. Gross with it, the Lawrence County logo. Now over to Boyles at the wing. Boyles gets it back out to Gross. Fakes the 3, brings it down, gets a screen, steps back for 3, knocks it down. He's in the double figures with 12. It's a 13-point Golden Eagle lead. Quickly the other way, Boswell. Runner at the baseline, no good. Rebound, Boggs. Boggs now over to Gross. He'll try another 3. Nothing but net. He is on fire with 15. They lead it by 16. 4:45 remaining in the third. Joe Wilson calls a full timeout. We'll take that break with him here on the X Sports Network.
At Southern Tennessee Realty in Lawrenceburg, owner and broker Fred Webb is always working with his realtors to ensure they're ready for game day to score you the biggest win for your home or property. From being the best trained to knowing the land or home they're selling, the crew at your local United Country office is ready to give you their all. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, turn to Southern Tennessee Realty today and let them put their years of combined experience to work for you. Because everyone around here knows if Southern Tennessee Realty can find Bigfoot, they can find you a buyer.
This is the X Sports Network.
Back here at the Ralph, Athens is on fire to start the third quarter. They've outscored Lawrence County 14-2 here with 4:45 remaining in the third. Brogan Gross has just knocked down 3 straight three-pointers. He leads all scorers with 15. Lawrence County will have the ball here. Trying to cut back into this lead. Shots just not falling here for the Wildcats in this one. Be a much closer, much tighter game if they would have had a few of these fall in. Stevenson, nice pass, down low to Long. He'll go up and in, off the glass, rolls it in. Long leads all Wildcats with 9, 4:30 remaining. It's a 14-point Athens lead. Gross will now bring it across the timeline, and we're going to get a injury timeout here, and Boggs coming up in a lot of pain as Hall will check into the game. Something must have happened there. Hope he's okay as he heads to the bench. He's holding his right rib cage as Hall will check in. Boyles will take it out of bounds. Clock stops at 4:25 remaining in the third. Townsend will bring it back underneath the Lawrence County basket, but rushes back quickly the other way. Crosses over, drives into the paint, has Boyles in the corner for 3. Rattles out, no good. Rebound Stevenson. Stevenson will bring it the other way here for Lawrence County. Pulls up, lobs over to Maddox. Maddox drives, gets into the paint, and he'll be fouled on the floor. And that will go against the Golden Eagles. Boyles. He'll pick up his second, team's second, as Hughes Boswell will check in. Stevenson and Gobble will check out. Bedford with it. Now gets it over to Boswell. Now to Long. He'll try a deep 3. Back iron, no good. Fight for the rebound. Won by Townsend, but we get a jump ball, and that will go to Athens anyways. Boyles will take it out of bounds. Orange County putting on the press. They get it to Townsend. He's going to rush quickly the other way. Townsend hands over to Boyles. He'll drive into the paint. Layup up and in. Nice take by Boyles. He's got 7. Leads back out to 16. Quickly the other way. Blake Long with it. In the corner to Boswell. He'll try an NBA range 3. No good. Fight for the rebound. Won by Gross. Actually, it's going to come out to Long. Hall clearly pushed off. That's kicked out of bounds by Carter Hughes. By Luke Maddox. Boyles will take it out of bounds next to the Lawrence County bench in the Gross. Gross now gets it across the timeline, picks his dribble up, gives it to Townsend. Townsend in the corner to Boyles, now to Hall. Hall will drive in. Nice pass to Brown down low, blocked by Boswell. Maddox tries to save it, does in the Boswell. This is coming the other way. It's now 15 turnovers by Athens. Bedford in the corner for 3. Front iron, no good. Rebound Hall. Now Townsend with it. 3:05 remaining in the quarter. He dribbles in and out of traffic. That's a clear walk. Now 16 turnovers against the Golden Eagles. Long will take it out of bounds and gets it quickly to Maddox. Now rushing the other way. Boswell has it in the corner. He'll drive the baseline. Goes up. And we go, oh, that's awful. That's awful. It's like he's in the Matrix the way he fell backwards. And this idiot calls a foul. That's awful. TSSAA, if you're watching, never have this guy ref a postseason game because he ain't worth your money you pay for him. I don't care who knows it. Officiating in this area is awful. Gross gets in on the inbounds. It's now 5 turnovers against the Wildcats. Boswell picks up his first foul. Now another turnover coming the other way. Long with it. Long drives, sends up a shot, and he's fouled. Oh, it's a miracle. They called it on the other side. That will go against Gross. That's his first, team's third. Now Long will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw from Long, nothing but net. And Jacabry Stevenson will check back into the game. And looks like Luke Max will check out. Next free throw from Long, rattles in. He hits them both. Wildcats now 6 of 8 from the line. Joe Wilson will call a 30-second timeout, and we'll take that break with him here on the X Sports Network.
At Southern Tennessee Realty in Lawrenceburg,
ArcticAir keeps your home or business comfortable. For more than 20 years, we provided outstanding residential and commercial services through southern Middle Tennessee. Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation.
We've been using ArcticAir for over 15 years now. Their service is great, they're here when we need them, and their prices are competitive. They take the worry out of the heat and air so I don't have to.
ArcticAir, when you need us, we'll be there.
And back at the Ralph, Athens in control, leading at 41-27, 2:40 left here in the third quarter. Townsend now hands it over to Gross, who's been on fire here so far in the second half. Gross, nice pass down low to Boyles. Boyles goes up and gets fouled by Blake Long. Long will pick up his second, team's second, and Boyles will go to the line to shoot two. Be only the second and third free throw attempts here by the Golden Eagles. They missed the previous one. Boyles has had a good start here to the second half as well. His first free throw gets it in. This Athens team came in at 7-0, and they've been as advertised. Very, very good, very disciplined, and playing the game very well. Next free throw from Boyles, and he gets them both. He's got 9, and it's a 16-point lead once again. Boswell inbounds to Bedford, gets it back to Boswell, gets across the timeline, now over to Bedford. Bedford into the paint, kicks out to Boswell. Boswell now over to Stevenson at the wing, now to Carter Hughes. Hughes gets his pass deflected out of bounds by Hall and will stay with the Wildcats. Perfume and Ricketts will check in. Checking out will be Gross and Townsend, both of them who getting a much-needed breather. Played very well so far tonight. Bedford looking for somebody, gets it now to Boswell, swings over to Stevenson in the corner for three, pulls it down now to Boswell. Boswell tries to throw it down low to Hughes, does. Hughes goes to work, right-handed shot blocked by Ricketts. Yeah, that looked pretty clean from here, but Hughes will go to the line to shoot two. Ricketts will pick up his third, team's fourth. And Hughes will go to the line to shoot two. Looking for his first points of the game. Wildcats 6 of 8 from the line so far tonight. First shot on its way, gets it in. Next free throw's on its way, and he hits them both. His first points leads down to 14 with 2:04 remaining in the quarter. And now we're going to get a travel called against Hall. Don't know about that one either. It's now 18 turnovers against the Golden Eagles. Long to take it out of bounds, gets it in quickly to Hughes. Hughes gets it into Stevenson on the low block, kicks out to Hughes. He'll try a three. And misses. Boswell tries to save it, but he's unfortunately out of bounds, and that will go to Athens. Maddox and Gobble to check back in. Checking out will be Hughes and Long. Boyles to take it out of bounds, gets it in the Perfume, and he's going to race the other way. Loses that one, stolen away by Maddox. Now coming the other way is Stevenson. Stevenson drives, floater in the lane, can't get it to go. Rebound Bedford, that one's off the glass and in. Leads down to 12. Bedford now with 9 points. Hall with it the other way. Throws it. That one's almost stolen by Jacabry. Oh, they say it went off Boyles, and that one will go to Lawrence County. That's now 20 turnovers by Athens. Boswell quickly across the timeline. Kicks out to Bedford. Bedford spins, almost travels now over to Boswell, now to Maddox straight away. Fakes the three, drives, kicks out to Boswell. He will try three. Front iron, no good. Maddox with the offensive rebound. Now to Boswell, drives into the paint. Nice pass, TJ Gobble, can't get it to go. And that rebound's won by Ricketts. Ricketts now being trapped. Get a timeout here called by Danny Anderson. He's going to call a full timeout here for Athens. We'll take that break with him here on the X Sports Network.
Are you tired of missing out on family life just to be treated like another truck number? Since 1986, Southeast Cares has been a family-operated business based in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Being family-owned ourselves, we understand the importance of family, which is why we value it above all else. With our large number of dedicated lanes and our friendly staff, we are able to evenly divide your home time with the amount of time you spend on the road. We offer multiple benefits with large company pay, all while keeping a small company environment. For more information, visit our website at southeastcarriers.com or check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
This is the X Sports Network.
And back here at the Ralph, Athens leading Lawrence County 43-31 as Danny Anderson burns his second timeout of the game and his first full timeout. Pretty much the story in this game is Athens is hitting shots, Lawrence County isn't. Lawrence County is winning on pretty much every other part of the stat sheet, but Athens is hitting shots. This is a much improved team from a year ago, and they've shown it in many ways, and Lawrence County is just not. Brogan Gross will check in for Boyles here out of the timeout for Athens. Ricketts will take it out of bounds, trying to get to somebody, gets it in the Gross. Gross, who has 15 points of lead all scores, now over to Hall. Minute left here in the third. And Gross almost traveled, picks up his dribble, now gets his pass tipped. Gross gets it over the line to Irving. Irving now to Ricketts. Ricketts, that was almost a foul. Now Gross for three off the corner iron. And oh, what a bounce. When they're falling, they're falling. He's got 18 points. It's a 15-point lead. Max now to Boswell, over to Bedford in the corner. Now Boswell over to Stevenson. And gets his pass tipped out of bounds by Hall. Good defense there from Hall. 35 seconds left here in the third. Gobble to take it out of bounds. Gets it in the Maddox. Maddox over to Bedford. Fakes the three, drives into the paint. Nice pass here to Gobble on the low block. Picks up his dribble, left-handed layer up and in. Gobble's first points leads down the 13 with 20 seconds left in the third. Gross will bring it back the other way, picks up his dribble, looking for somebody, gets it in the Hall. Hall kicks out the Ricketts. He'll try a three. Banks it in. His first points leads out the 16. This one's coming the other way, intercepted by Gross. Gross tries a Euro step, can't get it to go. Maddox with the rebound, and that will be the end of the third quarter. Athens leads this one 49-33 after 3 quarters of play. We'll take that. We'll have the start of the fourth quarter when we return here on the X Sports Network.
Great food is just a short drive to Heine's Barbecue in Lawrenceburg. Mouth-watering is just one way to describe the amazing flavors of the best piece of Heine in town. When you dig into a plate of pulled pork, hand-chopped brisket, chicken, wood-fire oven pizzas, and the menu goes on. Wash it all down with a swig of Heine Shine lemonade and then make your way over to the gift shop full of Heine sauces, snacks, and more. Heine's Barbecue, Highway 43 North in Lawrenceburg.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with primary care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary care by One Stop Medical at its best.
This is the X Sports Network.
Back at the Ralph, Athens leading the Lawrence County boys 49-33 as we start the fourth quarter. Carter Hughes with the ball over to Alex Bedford at the wing. Bedford now out to Logan Boswell. Boswell now to Stevenson. Stevenson out to Bedford straight away. Bedford now over to Boswell in the corner, down low to Gobble. Gobble hands it back at the Boswell. Kicks out to Maddox, he'll try a three. Knocks it down. Maddox with 5, leads down the 13, 49-36. Gross with it, who leads all scorers with 18, and hasn't missed much at all here tonight. Gross now, double team coming, gets it over to Irving. Irving, and gets that pass, stolen away by Maddox. Maddox steps back for 3. Knocks it down! Back-to-back threes from Luke Maddox. Danny Anderson is going to call a timeout, a 30-second timeout for Athens. We'll take that break with him here on the X Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to spruce up the interior or exterior of your home or business, trust Lawrenceburg Glass to provide a one-of-a-kind product. From windows to mirrors, shower doors, custom framing, storefront installations, and everything in between, Lawrenceburg Glass takes pride in our quality craftsmanship and strong attention to detail. With us, your customer experience always exceeds expectations. We're reliable, on time, and we deliver stunning results. Lawrenceburg Glass. Our passion is reflected in our work.
AJ Good goes the distance for local sports on the X Sports Network.
And back here at the Ralph, a back-to-back three-pointers from Luke Maddox has cut the lead to 10 with 7:11 left here in the game. Townsend, who checks back into the contest, he will take it out of bounds. Townsend now with it, throws it over to Hall, intercepted by TJ Gobble. Gobble now to Maddox. He's being double-teamed, swings it out to Boswell. Bedford now to Maddox, drives, floater in the lane, it's in. Maddox on fire, he's in the double figures. And Lawrence County has cut the lead to 8. Townsend picks up his dribble, gets over to Gross. Gross has got a 4-on-1 the other way, loses it. That's a clear travel. Thank you. Goes the other way to Lawrence County. Now 23 turnovers against the Golden Eagles. 6:44 remaining here in the game. Boswell inbounds to Stevenson, back to Boswell, bring it back the other way over to Maddox. Maddox coming in transition to Bedford. Bedford out to Boswell. Boswell now to Stevenson. Stevenson picks up his dribble over to Gobble straight away. Gobble swings over to Bedford. Bedford goes into the paint, loses it, and he's going to be fouled in the process. That's a little questionable if you ask me. That's going to go, I believe, on the Hall. Actually, it's on Townsend. That's his third, team's fifth. As Bedford will take it out of bounds to the right of his own basket. Lobs it out to Gobble. Gobble here guarded by Townsend. Gets it out to Boswell. Gets a screen. Boswell now. And his pass is kicked out of bounds by Hall. Hall's been very good on the defensive end all night tonight for Athens. He's deflected a lot of passes out of bounds. Gobble inbounds into Stevenson. Picks up his dribble. Looking for somebody. Eventually gets it to Boswell. Boswell now to the top of the key to Bedford. Bedford back to Boswell. Fakes the three, drives, gets it down low to Gobble. Left-handed hook shot, can't get it to go. Rebound Townsend. Townsend coming quickly the other way to Gross. Gross saves it to Ricketts. Ricketts now over to Berthume. He'll drive, shot up, no good. Fights for his own rebound, gets it over to Gross. Now to Townsend, he'll try a deep three, no good. Rebound comes to Bedford. Bedford tries to slow things down here. 5:40 left in the game. He gets it across the timeline. Bedford now drives to the baseline, goes into the paint, and he's going to be fouled in the process. There are going to be 16 fouls against Athens. That's against Hall. Actually, it's on Gross. That's his second, team 6. Long into the game. And checking out will be Bedford. And Brown now coming into the game. And he will come in for someone left. I didn't see who it was. Now the other way with it, it's Gobble. Gobble tries to throw it down low to Stevenson, throws it out of bounds. It's a 7 turnover against the Wildcats. Boyle's back into the game, and Hall will check out. Gross gets the inbounds. Looks like the original starting 5 in for the Golden Eagles. Gross gets across the timeline, hands over to Townsend. It's an 8-point Golden Eagle lead. Boggs in the corner to Boyles, and they say he stepped out of bounds. 24 turnovers, 12 in each half here for the Golden Eagles. 5:12 remaining here in the fourth. Lawrence County going to need to take advantage of these turnovers. So far, they've gotten 14 points off the 24 turnovers. Maddox now the other way, over to Boswell. Boswell now to Stevenson, to Maddox. Deep three. Nothing but net from Luke Maddox. He has got 13 to lead all Wildcats. It's a 5-point game. Gross with it. Here comes a double team. Gets it over to Boyles. Boyles now to Gross. Gross tries to dribble out of traffic. Picks up his dribble over to Boyles. Now over to Boggs in the corner. He'll drive the baseline. His shot is up, and he's fouled from behind by Long. Blake will pick up his third, just the team's third here in the second half. Now a pair of free throws coming up for Andrew Boggs. Golden Eagles 2 or 3 from the line so far tonight. Missed their first, but hit their last two. I believe it was Boyles who hit those from the line. First free throw from Boggs on its way. Off the front iron, no good. Next free throw. Rattles out, rebound Townsend. Townsend goes up, can't get it to go. Rebound. That one is Brown, and Brown's going to put it in. 7-point lead again. Long steps back for three. Nothing but net from Blake Long. He's got 14. The lead's down to 4. And then Boyles loses that one and gets it to Townsend. Good pass. Now it's over to Gross. 2-on-3, the other 3-on-2, excuse me. Boggs now with it. Gets it over to Gross. Gross being trapped, gets it out to Boyles. Now Danny Anderson's going to call a timeout. Actually got an injury timeout as Boyles is coming up limping. Boggs was hurt earlier in the game as Hall will now come in for Boyles, and we hope Boyles is okay. Looks like his left foot. Something must have happened. I think he got stepped on unintentionally by his own teammate. So he checks out, and they're going to check him out behind the bench. Townsend now with it. Crowd into and here for Lawrence County. Townsend picks up his dribble out the Hall. Hall drives, jump step, loses it. Now to Boggs in the corner. Boggs dribbles out, picks up his dribble out the Hall. 3:40 remaining. Gets out to Townsend. Townsend now being double teamed, picks up his dribble, gets it over to Boggs. Boggs will dribble, drive, shot out. He's clearly fouled on the play. And Logan Boswell hit him pretty hard, and we hope both guys are okay. Logan will pick up his second, team's fourth, and then Boggs will go to the line to shoot two again. Bedford now to check back into the game for Lawrence County. Gobble will check out. Actually, to say that foul was on the floor. Gross takes it out of bounds, gets it in the Brown on the low block. Goes up, fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebound Bedford. Bedford out to Maddox. He comes quickly the other way. Slows down his dribble, skip past along. Now in the corner to Boswell for three. Back iron, no good. And we're going to get a pushing foul against Gross. Gross is going to pick up his third, team seventh. Now it's a 1-and-1 here for Lawrence County. And it's going to be Maddox going to the line for the 1-and-1. Maddox, who's come alive here in the fourth quarter. As they wipe up the sweat there underneath the Lawrence County basket. 3:17 remaining here in the game. It's a 4-point Golden Eagle lead. Here comes the front end of the 1-and-1 for Maddox on its way. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Won by Townsend coming the other way. Townsend quickly kicks it Gross in the corner for three. Back iron, no good. Rebound. Out of bounds and say it's a jump ball, and that will stay with Athens. 3:08 remaining. Everyone stepped out of bounds there, so good luck trying to figure out who's going to be on. So jump ball is the right call. Gross tries to get an inbounds, does to Hall. Hall should have given it back to Gross in the corner. He drives, layup no good. Over and back, called against Brown. Brown will pick up his first, team's eighth, and now Blake Long coming the other way for the 1-and-1. So Blake Long, hit a couple, it's 4-4 from the line so far tonight. First shot, rattles it in. Long now with 15. Here comes the back in from Long. Hits them both, nothing but net. He leads all Wildcats with 16. It's a 2-point Golden Eagle lead. Cats now 10 of 13 from the line. Townsend breaking the press, gets it the other way. Townsend rushing, pulls up, and he's fouled in the process. Be a blocking foul on the floor. As Gomer Powell runs into an Athens player. That will go against Maddox, his third, team's fifth. Now we're going to timeout here, called by Danny Anderson of Athens. It's a 2-point game, full timeout. We'll take that break with him here on the X Sports Network.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumber yard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
This is the X Sports Network.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber.
Back here at the Ralph Lawrence. Back here at the Ralph Lawrence County was down 16 to start the fourth quarter. They've got it down to 2. Athens will have the ball after a foul. Golden Eagles have 18 fouls. Lawrence County just 5. Clock is at 2:54 remaining in the game. Golden Eagles going to take it out to the left underneath their basket. Be Gross now to take it out of bounds. Gross now with it. Gets it inside the Brown. Brown shot up and in. Very good inbound play off that timeout. Brown with 6. Leads back out the 4. Max racing the other way. Stevenson drives the baseline. Kicks it out to Boswell in the corner for 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound Brown. Brown gets it out the hall over to Townsend. Townsend has had a lot of success breaking the press all game. Now lobs over to Hall across the timeline. 2:30 remaining. Hall drives, kicks over to Brown on the low block. Brown goes up, left-handed shot, no good. Fight for the rebound, won by Hall. And now eventually out to Townsend. Now down low to Brown, and Brown's going to be fouled on the way up. It's going to go on Bedford. Picks up his first, team 6th. Athens 2 of 5 from the line so far tonight. 4-point game, 2:19 remaining. First free throw from Brown on its way. Rattles out and then rattles in. Gobble will check in. Boswell will check out. Next free throw from Brown on its way. Rattles out. No good this time. Maddox. Oh, that's awful. That is awful. They barely touched the ball, and he called a jump ball. That's awful. Anyway, it stays with Lawrence County. And you wonder why these guys get booed and get yelled at. Because they pull BS like that. Stevenson. Complain all you want to, guys in black and white. Until you get better, you're just going to get screamed at. Gobble within the corner over to Bedford, and they said the bounce pass went out of bounds. 8 turnovers against the Wildcats. It's almost like they're just here to help pay bills. They don't care. It's clear they don't care. Gross now with it. 2 minutes left in the game. Gross rushes across the timeline, hands it over to Boggs. He'll drive the baseline. Nice pass to Brown. Blocked from behind by Gobble. Gobble with it over to Maddox. Max now over to Long. Long hands over to Stevenson. Stevenson skip past to Maddox. Fakes a 3, and he's going to be fouled by Boggs. Now 9 team fouls. Boggs is going to pick up his 3rd, and Max is going to go to the line for a 1-and-1. Wildcats 10 of 13 here from the line. And nothing but net from Luke Maddox. We'll get another shot. Next free throw from Maddox. Can't get it to go. Rebound Townsend. 4-point lead. Townsend picks up his dribble over to Hall. Hall quickly across the timeline. Max steals it away. Stevenson can't handle it, though. Now to Brown. Shot up, no good, but he was fouled on the way up by Long. Lon's going to pick up his 4 of team 7, so Athens will be in the bonus from here on out. Golden Eagles 3 of 7 from the line. First free throw from Brown off the back iron, no good. Next free throw from Brown, gets it to go. He hits 1 of 2. He's got 8 points. It's a 5-point lead once again. Irving will check in for Brown, who's done a very good job here trying to make sure Athens keeps the lead. Brown has done yeoman's work. Gets a much-needed break. Maddox off the roll, and good steal there by Gross. Anderson calls a quick timeout. That was a great, smart move there by Gross to pounce on that ball. And that will be a full timeout by Athens. We'll take that break with them here on the X Sports Network.
Are you looking for the perfect refrigerator? What about a new stove or washer or dryer? It only makes sense to shop at the one place that specializes in appliances, top to bottom, big or small. And that's Kelly Appliance in Lawrenceburg. Kelly Appliance is home to all major name brands, including LG. LG makes life good with a full selection of refrigerators, cooking appliances, dishwashers, microwaves, and more, including appliances made right here in Tennessee. Family owned and family operated. Stop by Kelly Appliance on Jerry Street in Lawrenceburg today.
This is the X Sports Network.
And back here at the Ralph, Athens leading 55-50. A heads-up play by Brogan Gross to get a steal here, and they called a quick timeout. They called their final timeout. They have a 5-point lead, and Athens has possession of the ball. They also have the possession arrow in the case of a jump ball. Lawrence County trailed as many as 16, actually 18 in the game, 16 heading into the corner. Got it down to 2 at one point. Now it's a 5-point Golden Eagle lead. Very good matchup here between two undefeated teams. Gross gets the inbounds. No, he doesn't. He eventually does. Wins the battle and coming back the other way. Hands it to Boggs. Boggs picks up. Turnaround jump blocked by Gobble. Gobble now over to Maddox. He spins out of traffic. He's guarded here by Hall. Over to Gobble. Gobble now back to Maddox. It's across the timeline. Minute and a half left. Now over to Bedford. Bedford now to Stevenson. Throws it down low to Gobble. Kicks out to Bedford. He'll try a 3. Front iron, no good. Rebound one by Gross. Now over to Hall. Hall, and we had Logan Boswell stole that clearly from Hall, and they call a reach-in foul against Boswell. The jokes write themselves at this point, ladies and gentlemen, about this officiating crew. Boswell will pick up his 3rd. And now Hall will go to the line for a 1-and-1. First free throw, nothing but net from Hall. He's got 3 points. Blake Long will now check into the game for the Wildcats, and checking out is TJ Gobble. .52 seconds left. Comes the back end from Hall. Rattles in. He hits them both. Clutch free throws from Hall. It's now a 7-point lead. Bedford with it the other way. Picks up his dribble. Gets it over to Maddox. Maddox now over to Long. Long steps back for 3. Knocks it down. And Joe Wilson's going to call a timeout here for Lawrence County. This team trailing by 3. We'll just keep it here for the time being. Be a full timeout from Lawrence County. Taking a look at these stats here. Blake Long now leads all Wildcats, and actually all scores with 19 after that 3. Luke Maddox with 14. Most of those coming here in the second half. On the other side, you got Brogan Gross with 18. He went on a stretch there in the third quarter where everything was just falling for him. He has been very impressive in this game, and then London Townsend has 11. All of that came in the first half. Really, the shots, other than the fourth quarter, haven't really been falling for this Lawrence County team. Athens has had 27 turnovers in this game, but Lawrence County has only been able to get 17 points off of those 27 turnovers. So Joe Wilson here is hoping to keep his guys alive in this one. Lawrence County had just one timeout left. Athens has no timeouts. Each side. Next foul by Athens will be a double bonus for Lawrence County. Lawrence County has 18 fouls, so one more in the 1-and-1. They'll put on the press here with 40.1 seconds left. Free throws will be an issue. Athens is 6 of 11 from the line. Lawrence County 11 of 15. So Gross will take it out of bounds. Looking for somebody. And we'll get it into Boggs. Now over to Gross. Gross lobs it over to Irving. Irving picks up his dribble and be fouled on the play. And that will go against Luke Maddox. Pick up his fourth, team's ninth, and Irving will go to the line to shoot 2. Long now checks back in, and Gobble will check out. Irving just 2 points. He had the first points of the game. It's a 1-and-1 here for Irving. Brown set the check in. His toes were clearly on the line, but he stepped back. First free throw, knocks it down. Clutch free throw from Amon Irving. Five-point game, excuse me. Next free throw from Irving. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound into the hands of Luke Maddox. Max quickly the other way, gets it in, tried to get the Bedford and threw it away. Now 11 turnovers by the Wildcats, as Brown was going to check in, doesn't, and Gobble will now check in for the Wildcats. And checking out will be Blake Long. Long with his 4 fouls. 58-53 is the lead, 29 seconds left. Boggs takes it out of bounds, gets it in the Hall. Hall will get it across the timeline, races the other way, gets it to Townsend. Now we get a foul called. I'll go Maddox. That's his 5th. And he will check out as Long will check in. Now Brown will come into the game and Irving will check out. 5 fouls for Luke Maddox. He checks out with 14 points. Now Hall to the line for the double bonus. First free throw on its way. And rattles in. He's hit some clutch free throws here down the stretch for the Golden Eagles. 23 seconds remaining. Next free throw from Hall. And he hits them both. Clutch free throws. It's a 7-point lead once again. Bedford. And almost gets his pass stolen by Hall. Boswell the other way. Pulls up for 3. Nope. Now the Bedford, he'll try 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound Townsend. And that will more than likely do it as Townsend is fouled on the play. That will go against Long, and he will pick up his 5th. And Carter Hughes will now check in for Blake Long, who checks out with 20 points. 14 seconds left, and Townsend to the line to shoot 2. It was a great effort tonight by Lawrence County, trailing by 16 coming into the 4th. Got it down to 2. But this Golden Eagle team was a little too tough in the end as Townsend hits the first, his first point since the first half. Next free throw from Townsend hits them both. Clutch free throws by this Eagle team here at the end. 62-53 is the score. Boswell will try 3, misses. Rebound Boggs, and Lawrence County will try. Thought they weren't going to foul, but they end up fouling. That will be on Gobble. Gobble will pick up his 3rd, and Boggs will go to the line to shoot 2. Boggs, who hasn't entered the score sheet yet tonight. 0 of 2 from the free throw line. And he hits the first. Next free throw from Boggs, and he hits them both. Clutch free throws from this Eagle team. 6 seconds left, 11-point Eagle lead. And Gobble picks up the ball over to Boswell. We'll try 3 here at the buzzer. Off the back iron, no good. That will be the end of the game. Athens will improve to 8-0 on the season. Lawrence County dropped its first game of the season as they fall here 64-53 to Athens. This Athens team was, as advertised, a very tough, very smart, very well-coached team, and they come out the 64-53 lead. Our next broadcast will come up on Tuesday, as it will be rivalry week for the Wildcats. They'll visit Loretto on Tuesday and be back home here against Summertown on Friday. For Ben and Sarah Luna, AJ Good here on the X Sports Network. Have a great evening.